We got our water from the well. I've made some notes because of some, you may notice my tones changes because I'm not alone in the flat anymore. Where I live, I share, of course, with my love Mira. And two of her kids also live here. Not all the time. Most of the time around. It's a brilliant, brilliant setup. And the daughter's just come back. And she's taking a shower and she hasn't locked the door, which is a really nice thing, isn't it? You don't have to clunky to lock a door when. So we got to that stage. It was good. We can buy each other not such good Christmas presents this year, because last year it's our first Christmas together. We lived together 3 months, and it's the World Cup, was it? No, the one before, yeah, maybe. And wow, we had lots of, and then and I was on an airplane and I bought them earbuds. I thought, 26 quid, is that cheap? I couldn't work out. For ages I thought those wireless chargers should be a lot more, because they were great. Just walk around, put your phone, just slip it on. You don't have to get into the, for years, pre-Samsung, I had a thing I couldn't tell which way it was, and you never got it right. Yeah, it's 50-50, yeah, sure, but over the course of forever, there'll be, like, Darren Brown's birth date will come up in numbers of, anything can happen. Right now, I don't want to be in a 70-year of only red coming up on the roulette of life. Ain't that just the cutest little radiator you ever seen? It's a tiny little radiator. From a many feature, you switch it on automatic. Even got a little thing down the bottom to hang your wire around when you put it away, little fella. Hey, you Kanye West. You only got 4. You hang on no room. Hey, Kanye. Wake up, Mr. K. Doing a rap of recent rap music. Letting recent rap music I listen to infuse my rap. Sorry, I was freestyling, Kanye, and I stole your raps. Stole your ideas. Put them in a sack. Left them here opposite of Santa, up at the chimney stack. Those are the facts. That's not. He doesn't rhyme like that. That's me trying terribly to find a rhyme and dropping all meaning to get to a funny rhyme. Then you're back again. What good rappers do surely is articulate the delivery is the message. So you can rhyme mid-line. It doesn't matter. You're saying what you mean and noticing that every now and then, and now and then, and now and then, and then and now, and here and then, and there and now. Ever. Because my take on that is that people say forever, and you go, oh, okay. Forever and ever. I love you forever and ever. Yeah, okay, well, you said ever. What is this other ever you're all about? Yeah, well, it's that other after. Heaven, henceforth, the hereafter in the heavenward. Hereafter in the heavenward.com. I tried to, what's the word? Patent that. It's already taken. The henceforth heavenwards. Yeah, welcome to henceforth heavenward 96. So I made some notes because I've got a lot of paper. I wanted them to be. I've already done it. Titular Eponymous. Mr. Eponymous, where's your economy house? He lives in the skirting. Oh, hello, Mike. Here's a mouse sketch. Hi. Fancy a cocktail? Nice to see you. Are we standing up on all fours or still? Yeah, we're up on all fours. If we're talking, we may as well go the whole hog. There's a human loose about this house. Eponymous. Are we a kind of cartoon mice who all have a surname as Mouse? So they can do that joke? Yeah, that's Enor over there. Enor Mouse. Yeah. There's an almost endless supply of words that end in house. Mouse. Well, I can't think of them anyway. I've got to return this radiator bleeder. What were you doing yesterday? Bleeding radiators! They were leaking! Bleeding radiators. Do you remember that program about gladiators? Well, I'd rather have radiators. Plumbers fighting with aspects of their and it's in the wrench round, and it's next up is the Brillo scouring duct tape round, and finally death by the bleeder. See if it'll stick in this painting. Ready, 1, 2, 3. Nope. It's okay. It's my painting and it's not covered in glass. So you're laughing. What it is covered in is you know, a lot of intersections that occasionally lead to really beautiful. So each painting I do is like really, it's really like that painting that size actually what I've done, which is just, I think it looks terrific because it's abstract without control. I've never said that phrase before. The oldie Victorian steampunk copter ring. Yeah, we're doing steampunk before it's even a thing. So you know when you've got whoever borrowed that off is not old, and you've borrowed something off someone, you've got to get it back. I have no fear that it's going to die in the meantime. Last year though, I had Vanessa's Nutcrackers, and Vanessa's in her mid-80s, and a beautifully frail, perfect, smart as a whip. Recites poetry, all that, speaks French. And yet I'd had a pair of her Nutcrackers I had in return, and I've got to get them back in case, you know. Because then you might try and get them back in the house after she's gone. You might get caught burglaring. But no, I was returning these Nutcrackers. You expect us to believe that? Oh well. See my iPods, my iCasts. I cast my eye. Yeah, there's a total retina scam. What? Yeah, people are nicking your. Really? Yeah, but not like that. Not like a Cronenberg's sons come up with something more Cronenberg than Cronenberg ever was. Because essentially they've got better at body horror. So what I've got here is board game table. Yeah, design that. You know when you get good ideas that aren't good enough, so they'll never really be great and then never get made, how come they can't make money in the meantime? How come a great idea, people go, oh yeah, can't work like a meme thing online, where there's lots of things online where everyone just goes, ah, and then move on. Look at the size of that. Insert here. Or a joke, or a word joke, or a thought, or just a... It's mostly aimed at raising the shoulders by about 2.2 mil. Actually, that's more. God. I'm looser than I think. All that free yoga. I never thought... Poing! I never thought I'd get this hot. For those of you who doubt this is me dressed at home, okay? I'm not showing off to anyone. There's no... Well, there is. Jazz having a shower, but... And she's thinking, God, that mum's boyfriend's weird in his bedroom talking to himself. Well, I could be on the phone. Doing a very one-sided conversation. As it is, if they come in, I just simply pick up a copy of Financial Times. We wouldn't launch Valentino today. Yeah, we can at a circus, a fashion circus. This label, this fashionista label is a circus. Used to be an insult. The circus is in town. In Scotland, one of the biggest insults is you clown. Come on. That's good. Just be a clown. As in, you're an absolute idiot with the biggest shoes. You can't work it in a bar with shoes that size. Did you ever see your girlfriend's son skating at the skate park? With Kate Parks. Hi, I'm Kate Parks. They've gone. I mean, this is good. This is one of these best coincidences. And this is an uncoincidence. This is just an incident of what could be madness. Up until, for the last 20 minutes, every time I looked out that window, there they were. And now, the minute I come, I was the last bit of skate. Here we are. There's Zach. He's down. He's got a suspiciously empty rucksack. What's he gonna... He's not one of these serial shoplifting kids, so we're fine. He's with his mates. His mate's gonna grow into that jacket. Just by the time he grows into it, you can't see that. Sorry, I forget. I could be just I'll be making it up. But of course, what we've got in here is unique. cupboard device for saving space. There's nothing better than saving space. Plus, I've always wanted to be a bit of a magician, and I love the fact that I can clear up like this. Hi! What's that? I just put my clothes away because there it is up there now. You know, and the idea of being able to just throw stuff. So this is me at home. For skeptics, it is what I'm boiling. That's a house coat. Felix the house coat. I had some notes, that's right, because I thought there's no point floundering. Why limp in your dreams? Set things up exactly the way you want it. Okay, I've got a ting here, some ting. I'm sitting in my EasyJet flight. My technique, as you probably know, is to loiter, get on nearly last, not because I'm super suspicious. I'm not because I'm circumspect or synonymous with being conspicuous. Go last, and then you can disregard your seat that you've been given and just see what ones are available. My aim is to get one about 3 rows from the back on the right hand side of the aisle, so my left leg can remain straight. It can probably do it in all the other seats, and yet it means I'm free to get up immediately or have a, you know, quick, you know, whatever. It's nice. Near the back, so you've been on the plane least, because someone's got to be on last. Of every flight, there's someone last on it. Don't worry about these, they're just, I know. You say romantic, I say, you know, who isn't making paper chains out of all the crosswords you've done together with you? Oh, come on, it's too much. Let's actually find the clue. See if I remember the... Well, I'll have to look at one. I don't know if you can see it. When I say you, I don't even know if there is a you, or there ever will be. What's that say? Oh my god, that's the one. I can't believe it. What a coincidence. We've done 70 crosswords together. And now the only one I added a clue to is that bit there, where I made a cryptic clue. What are you? X and Y. Her chromosomes make her this, and it's X and Y, and the clue, so it's a 3-letter answer, and it makes hers this. An extra S makes S, X, and Y. You got so she without the H, sexy. So that's a coincidence out of all the paper chains. No, you could set that up. It's no problem. It's more like that. It's an intersection, isn't it? Just across, because the coincidence of the fact that there was no coincidence and then there was. So I'm on the back of the EasyJet flight, back row, and then what I do is I go on with this particular hat at the moment. Just as soon as I sit down, I put up my belt and then like that. And I don't sleep, of course. I just go through. See, look at me, I'm under here. My eyes are under. Come. Under the brim with. I mean, I've got my eyes shut. The point is, they're totally relaxed. Because you know that thing of hypnotizing is just tiring your eyes in a very precise way, and then you want to sleep. Your sleep is physical. You have still a physical being. Does the body rule the mind? Or does the mind rule the body? I don't know. Yeah, that was your issue, Morrissey. Yeah. Follow your body, mate. It's in the mind's in the body. Believing there's a problem is a problem. There isn't a problem. There's no difference to separate them. I mean, that's what my gut tells me. No. Sometimes you've got to follow your stomach on this. Is that your gut? No. Gut is what needs to survive. So the gut's arranged a spine and a brain, and we're the casing. To the beautiful thing is we all have this here and now consciousness. So I don't have confusion about it. Let's go to the beach. You saying? Oh, I miss you. Yeah, I'll be ironing that. Oh, join me next episode for my ironing the DIY. If only this phone also had a steam. The new Dyson earphone. Watch out! It's bagless, baby. Suck on that. Hoovering up bogies. Put it next to John Major and the Maoris. I'm not interested. Yeah. Although last night I did see some footage of me putting a didgeridoo into one of those pots of gooey jelly that you used to put your fingers in and it would start to go and make a really natural fart sound from you finger banging this synthetic gel compound. I don't know what to call it. It was before kids were making the slime, so it's like harder, more resistant slime in a jar. You don't take it out, you leave it in and you just finger it. thrust your index and next in. Try anything else and you are in trouble. Ouch! What was it last night, that joke? I don't want to die. Not waiting in a queue or something. That's good. That's the equivalent. I isolated what it was I needed, and then I got it in another form. As in, I watched a wee interview with Billy Wilder last night. He's brilliant. He's the worst interview you've ever seen. He's like this. He's moving around the whole time. 1 minute he's in a hat, then he's not. Continuity's fucked. He says at one point, I did 2 and 2 is 4. So is 3 and 1. 3 and 1 is 4. But it's a different way around. Lubish, he just said 2 and 2. 4 equals 2 and 2. And that's it. But he didn't speak like that at all, really. But it's more like this. But then you go into American Hollywood speak and say something like, leading her up the garden path, which to him must have been a brilliant thing. Leading him up the garden path. He's led you up the garden path. Sounds lovely. Why on earth? That under your thumb we can understand. Where on earth did he's leading her up the garden path? Somewhere that's so obviously where she's not meant to go. Oh, it's so obvious. He's on a wild goose chase. Fancy coming with me? What for? Up that lovely path to that country house. No, we're going we're chasing wild geese tonight. Have you got one of those Land Rovers where you stand up out the back with lights equivalent to chasing kangaroos? Something like that? No. The wild geese are in flight. We use a selection of stealth gliders and night flight vision goggles. We'll be in goggles. Yes, we'll be in goggles. Is your captain speaking? Because I like the blasé nature of an EasyJet captain. He's said his speech 1,000 times. I have to hold my breath before I say this. He's like so lackadaisical. I think the more relaxed. I just thought of that right now. Perhaps they've been coached in. You've got to sound relaxed so they don't think you're upset. You know. Welcome to flight. What is it? A354. Is this on? Hello? I can't hear them. No, you never can. Okay, this is my first flight. No, they'd be coaching you before you were given your pilot episode, your trial flight with another navigating captain. Surely, I don't know how they do it. There must be. You'd do it cleverly. You'd make sure that they'd flown in a simulator for a number of hours. Anyway, I'm not going to outline the process. I don't know, to show how much I don't know about the entire process. Well, how much I can imagine about the entire process. Okay, I know how a combustion engine works. Okay, it's controlled explosions over and over and over again. Can I make you a piston with a retractable arm? Not so sure I can. I can get one made though. I've got a 3D printer. How do you print a 3D printer? This must have been done. But anyway, I've sat on my list, so it's creasy. I'll be ironing that. Sashimi. I'm going to start a chain of restaurants called Sosumi. You know, it's called Yoshushin. You sit on these revolving. There's a very, very big revolving conveyor belt with 4. You sit on it and a guy goes with it. You get your shoes shine just while you're looking around. Maybe that's the gimmick. Or I don't think you're going to get your shoes shine by the lateral movement. Anyway, it's shoe shine. No, anyway, the whole joke, I don't know what the joke is. It's not even written down there. All I've got written is gay stewards, gay stewardess. Because sometimes it seems that the modern issues are the issue, is how you deal with the issue. And how much you want to say about the issue may not really be the issue. And how you say it becomes the issue. It isn't really the issue. The issue is maybe a higher percentage of men who work on airplanes are gay than, say, men who work in, you know, statistically in anything else in the world, apart from the drag industry or something. So every now and then you hear a lovely voice and you think, cool, he's from Glasgow, he's flying a lot around, he's having a great life, and then the other day, you know, I'm all for it. The cockpit. I'm all for it. Whoever you are, I'm all for your details. I love it. And this guy was going, but how come you wanted to join the police? And then the other guy, it's even more like that. He was like, just cool. I mean, they're high in the sky. There's been I'm sure, a sort of slightly camp airline sitcom done years ago by Victor and Barry or whatever, Alan Cummings, even before he did Titus Andronicus. Google it. Don't Google it. Don't Google it. If you want to see Anthony Hopkins laughing in a chef's hat, then you be my guest. Be my guest. As in the full musical version from Under the Beast, the Mermaid Under the no, Under the Sea. Okay, so under the sea, baby, it's wetter. Down where it's better. Take it from me. You could only do this if you're alone, and imagine. So I don't know when I've seen the Beauty and the Beast. No, I mean Little Mermaid. I don't think I've seen that in 25 years. And the Lobster, I just remember him. He had a real good part. They could have done that, was he? I don't know. Groucho Marx. I wouldn't want to join a club. They would have me as a member. No, I think there's always room. I think it's too funny to be incorrect, and yet too on the money to be right. It's a clever way of saying something, of being humble yet really arrogant, humble, arrogant. He's been a bit grumbant. I don't know. People that play themselves down, not me, are falling towards you and expecting a buttress. I had a hand wrestle with my son the other day. His hands are like about as big as mine are in relation to me as mine are to my dad's. My dad's bigger. I'm not still growing. So it's just a the palm oil ratio, we call it. So Lion like had a magic grip on me, stretching out pre-teen, mid-teens. And we had a wee foot-to-foot wrestle, which you can do when you just link fingers and there's two like that, and you just go, oh, make the other one go, oh! I suppose 3 falls or a submission. I think it's grappling. I think that's what grappling is, but I don't know, it's a form. In American universities, they're wrestling in leotards, and they're all starting on the ground in crab position. I'm on top, she's on top. Sosumi, isn't it? I don't know why it's funny. I can't remember why. Sosumi, you know, it just sounds like sashimi. I suppose you could find the name of another famous. I mean, there was Alan Ladd. I'm the bastard son of Alan Ladd or something. Alan Davis. It was broke ground because it got him noticed from fake news. It was really clever before ever. I had one in about 1992. Phil Kay denies being an Olympic Commonwealth bronze medalist in the hammer. So I put it out that I'd been denying that. People assumed that the people were then implying it. I implied denial. From a denial, I'm proud of implication. And I remember thinking of that as harnessing the kung fu power of Fu Kung. Or fuking it, faking it. Or if you, it's bing, bada bing, bada bing, bada bing. Target, 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 target. You know, where do you start? And where you finish? Blankety blank, blankety blank, ketty blankety blankety blank. Depends where you start, isn't it? And you might be on an off step or a backbeat. So the issue seems to be how you can articulate the issue. So in other words, it's not a real issue, like a fire or a man coming out with a club. What do you hate? I hate men running towards me with a club. I hate it. You know, that's real. You're allergic to tiger's teeth. It went terribly. You know. So there's issues, and then there's no. So having an issue about how you get the words right about my issue, it detracts, and it shows. Aha! The rug's been pulled. You weren't worried about that at all. You were more excited about being worried than you were really worried. And what you're worried about was me not being worried enough and expressing how I'm worried about it, because you're expressing how you're worried about it. That is one slice of the pizza. It just depends how many slices you're slicing your pizza in. Two, you've got the issue, and you've got to respect beliefs. That's what writers do. They imagine a belief enough to construct it, and then you go with it. So against yours, one of them was going, oh, I try getting the police. And the police is all one word in Scotland. The police, it's the police, the police, the police. And the other one was going, why do you want to do that? And the other guy went, what do you mean? And I'm thinking, this is so good, complex magic. That one gay guy is kind of assuming he's being slightly, what's the word, biased, or he's being slightly sexy. No, he's being slightly sexy all the time. He's being slightly. How dare he think that a gay guy wouldn't want to go in the police? Or in other words, how come you guess? Obviously, the police is not the right place for small gay guys. It is for big gay guys and big butch gay women, I suppose, and small gay women. It's not the place for peroxide Mohican. Oh, what size do I take? You know, imagine getting heels there. Anyway, do that sketch yourself. And do it without offending anyone is what I'm saying. Because I don't have to worry about offending anyone because I'm in the room with my girlfriend's clothes hung up. I mean, I'm a lucky guy. Look at our cupboard. This is why I lie in bed and I get to see her both naked next to me and what she might wear when she's not. There's nothing better than lying pillow to pillow and getting your breathing in sync. I was doing it the other night. I sort of would listen to her on the inhale and I would delay mine and then exhale at the same time as her. But usually, because you've inhaled and you've held your breath, you've got blah, 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 so it doesn't work first time. You take a few and then you're in and you think, I'll just relax into it. And then you realize it's not, and then you realize, she told me later the next morning, she'd been holding her breath to get in sync with my breath. We were both, it's lucky we didn't die. It's lucky we didn't die. Yeah, I fear capes. You know, I can't have it. Even especially one of the short ones. Wait! You know, like you just been at a barber shop and left very quickly. Or you had it tucked in. Some people in a film, they'll tuck in their what's it called? Their tablecloth in a cartoon, in a paradigm or something. Well, I'm the same. Sometimes when I get into bed, I tuck the duvet in to avoid any spills. Right, darling? Ready for supper. Supper is not edible. I mean, I love a blue cat that never gives up hope. Come on. I keep you slightly. I give you hope because I pass you, give you a pinch every night. I don't know what that's doing there. I know that the blue tack that's out here, I know what it's doing. Look at this. Hey, why don't you just open that cupboard? No problem. Because it's got a... I solved this problem for years. People were saying I can't open these, and I just put a bit of blue tack, or in this case, circular felt. I don't think anyone's seen that. I've certainly never put my head on there to look up. Although I think I will from now on. What's he got here? What's that under there? Someone's left a secret sign. No, it's just I thought it was a Swiss sign of spy. Help. And if you've just tuned in, you must be wondering what is out of focus. And that is as well. Climbing. Anyway, you get it on the outside. It just means you can open these covers for real, whereas before as it is. That one, you know, you can't get it. There's nothing to. How do you seriously? You know, hello. You know, hello. I'd like to speak to the designers. What of? Oh, of your cupboard. Presume it's a cupboard. I can't remember. I've never been inside it. It could be an impenetrable white albino safe. I don't know. So I use this to keep my money in. What's that say? Karen Millen. Shit. How did I get her stuff? So you see, I saw a couple of trannies in a transit van. No, see, I saw some transitionals, some people in I've got a friend of mine, she's in transit, in a very small van. The transmission of ideas is such a brilliant thing, because tranny used to be short for transvestite, which of course turns out Eddie Izzard always was heading that way. He was just transitioning from transvestite into transsexual. Oh no, he may not be. Anyway, it's hard. Anyway, we were going to set up a comedy festival up in the mountains. If I'm looking for angel funding, if there's any angel funders want to get in, I'm looking for Scottish men in finance to finance. Our festival's called Angel Fund. No, it's called Eddie Blizzards, and it's up in Cairncorms. Probably Glencoe. It's up in, no, Grant Town on Spey, 2 hyphens. To Heathorn. Heathorn you! Any reserves. So the issue is that every now and then, even if you're celebrating the intricacies of working out an issue, it's like that. Was one gay being a bit unfair? What's the word I'm looking for this? I can't even remember. It's where you're more than biased, you're so almost illegal. You know, you're not allowed to negatively, you know, on the basis of sex, or whatever, you're not allowed to, you know, so how dare, and of course, he's going to know, he's going to be the only person who can say that, because he totally knows, but he's also, it's unfair to presumption, that the other guy shouldn't be going, but it's also, what their whole lives are little battles like that, aren't they? They're probably worried about going into any garage, get a car fixed, looking at their absolute best, you know, or maybe not. Maybe there's enough oil in there for everyone. Blue tack, you got a second chance about that. I'm gonna get the guitar. Here we are. Doom, doom, doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, doom, doom. What will we? I'm sure we'll think of something to sing about. I mean, we could sing about it, all the things that will come up so far, or not worry about it. Up the back of the plane, spiky hair. Is he complaining about not being able to join the police force? No, I don't think so. In Glasgow, I saw a Sikh policeman with his turban on in the official colours. He'd fought for the right to work among them guys. He was maybe from a long line of policemen on the subcontinent. Is it wrong to use that term? Not as wrong as Raj. As Raj, you didn't use that. Anyway, Sikhs are they're not Indian, they're a nation of religions. It could be from the top. Anyway, the idea of him fighting to be among an organisation that's been persecuting him, or had it, maybe the idea of shopkeepers aren't persecuting Sikhs, no, other people aren't persecuting Sikhs, swimming instructors are known for persecution, not for the right wing ganging up on them. The policemen are a scary entity. For anyone, why would you want to join them, even in this day and age? Or perhaps the stewardess, his name is Stewardess. Maybe Stuart didn't think that there'd be much problem with that, as he's around me all the time in shops and flats and everywhere. He's life in school and teacher and all his dad's friends. He's already but to go into training. Surely his friend had some point to make, some point of nuance to make. Surely his friend and employee or accomplice, colleague, surely his colleague had something in his presumption. We must presume to be able to assume what his presumption was. The assumption was, no, that's not the environment for you. Why would you want to join that a big bunch of fucking police suspected of racism, police suspected of partisan sectarianism, police suspected of corruption, police humans do it, so they do it, they just do it a bit more. They've got to say the church has percentage-wise, maybe more men who can't come out than any other profession, who are gay, bisexual and repressed, and they enter that place to hide in public among the ones or just Vatican. I'm trying to find something that rhymes with Vatican. I'm in a Spatican. They're making their own wine in the Vatican. The monks are on their fucking strong beer. The buck fast. They fastly left the buck behind. The buck stops over there. They never fuck again. Never mind that. Those monks are fucking themselves up all the time. issue meets the issue meets the issue meets the issue meets the absolute bottom line truth. The priests do slightly more bad than anyone else because they've joined the organization, which is in itself a hierarchical, oppressive thing anyway. There's no surprise that the actual machinations of organized religion resemble abuse. And promote it and design it and kind of like, those religions are an abuse on our lovely minds. What's that woman there? What's she got? She's not just a woman, she's a woman who has a word come before. Maybe there's an easy police department, a new business. Maybe they've privatized. You can hit the second and fourth, or the second and third, or the first and third. And you can see how no change happens. So those notes aren't played, don't change much when the chords change from this strange high E to that A down there. So you can sing it. If you want to ever need a harmony, you've got one. Because as we all know, the simplest form of harmony, the simplest form of harmony is just to hold the same note. Just hold your note for harmony, not someone else's old story that were appropriate story all those old stony old ages ago. Yeah, we now know the earth goes round the sun, and we now know that germs can spread, so we must now know the equivalent of all those holy books with the holes in their logic, and you can drive a fucking tank through on your way to another church in town. I'm just going to switch that off with this because it's such a golden moment of work. If I don't earn money from that, got a couple more things to do on the before. I usually end gigs at 30 minutes. People say to me often, "How long's your act?" I go, "Till the job is done." Or if I know I've been booked for 30 minutes, I say, "A fat 27." No one's going to come up to you and go, "You only did 27," and they were still clapping at 28 and a bit. I once left a gig in New Zealand where I left through the crowd and they were clapping, and then I got to the bar and they were like, and I was like, and I sort of kept them clapping while I ordered a beer until I get it, and yeah, so many. Anyway, I was reminiscent, born again. Remind my nuisance. I've got here for the ideas that need to make money before they became made. Inventions that we've all got them. Send them along to be like a meme on a show instead of online. And so people press it. Oh, and they only pay 2 pence. But somehow they share these funny ideas or concepts that are free and open, and it's not like a woman falling over in a really tight skirt in Dubai. I do not buy it. Do not buy. Yeah, duty free. Okay. I remember going through Abu Dhabi. They had a Porsche Pipe 721. There was no denominations. 721 for a pipe designed by Porsche. And funny enough, up there was a smoking cube at Abu Dhabi airport, where all the smokers went. And yet, of course, the kind of smokers that use Abu Dhabi are like amazing big guys on cigars. So the place was like a quiz show where you got to escape from a smoky cube or something. It was like an escape room. Have you found the escape room? Yeah, neither could I find the Discovery Channel. Couldn't find it. That's weird. A fake laugh brought on a real laugh. That's not mad. I once pretended to fall down the stairs doing warm up at Harry Hill. In pretending, actually cracked my ankle a bit. Enough to take me to the hospital, where I had a copy of Wild Swans with me by Young Chang, which I did not read. Couldn't get into that. It's one of the many books I couldn't get into. It was a classic. The one I had on an airplane when I couldn't get a conversation going with this woman next to me, man. It was 18 hours to Tulsa. And we couldn't get we tried to chat. I got a sore neck. I had the aisle seat. Aisle, have the aisle seat. Aisle. Would you like to sit by the window or the aisle? Aisle. Okay. No, I'll have a window. I'll have a window too. I'll have a window too. Fenêtre, peut-être, un vis la métro. Métro, down. Defenestrated, of course, means being thrown out of a window. Or defenestration is you're plunging to your death from a window. Was he push or did he shove? Was it triple glazing or double? Was it a Velox? Death by Velox! Yesterday we had a wing mirror bolt my breakfast. Today we have nothing as concrete from a window. Fenêtre. I've got to go now, guys, because seriously, I've got a busy week and I've got to return this Bladen Radiator Blader. Okay, hang on. You guys played the knife game. Hang on. I did this the other day with my children and it works very well, especially with your own family. But you basically, you do this where until you somehow got your own eyes. There's not enough light on me, I suppose, to. But anyway, you do that between you and your children, and basically you get your own eyes reflected back at you in the middle of their face. This should work, shouldn't it? How come we can't get this? I'm all for authentics. Oh, this is just the wrong kind of knife, I suppose. I'm there, but yeah. Anyway, you can have that. Like, you can also have, and I mean this, you can say that. You can have that, and you can be talking to the world. Theoretically, everyone in the world could see this. Not just the members of the Dominican Republic. Okay. So you see this? I bet you do. And I see this. This is how you open a... Kids! Excuse me, do you know the way to the spa? Yeah, we need to get a... What do you mean that, what I want there? It's none of your business. Move along! I don't want... I don't... Once I stopped for instructions in Sky, and then I had this big Minolta camera, I left it on the boot